Well, Rojas. Hi. Thanks for coming in. I don't know how long I'm going to be awake tonight and do this. Ooh, live stop. Why is that? And if you continue the experience, try restarting your browser. Oh my goodness. I got something here that doesn't like on my other computer. So I'm going to have to restart. Oh, we got who's there? Elite Music and Arts, matching Elite Music and Arts. So I did something on music, starting a career in music, yeah, and showing people how to start their own blog to start a career, yeah. And you don't need money, you don't need anything to do any of that stuff nowadays. That's what's cool. Let me see, I could get this going. Sorry, I'm trying to get my Facebook team done. Let's close. A cool way to start a career. Let's see. Let's see. Facebook. Okay, we want to do that. By the way, I have a new freebie. I don't take your email or anything. You could go to this website and get the top 50 programs, free.lesko.com/govgifts. Okay, I got a link there, GIFTS, that you could just click on and it'll give you 25 of the best government programs to improve your life, your lifestyle or your career or anything. I mean, I'm just frustrated that more people don't know about this, and that's why. Hi from LA. Your video on government grants is so helpful. Looking to start a business soon. Good. I want to open up a nonprofit group home for disabled vets. Good. Gwendolyn. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Now let's see. Let me get this other video going on my Lesko. I have a closed Facebook group called Lesko Help, and that's where I really help people one-on-one. Now let's see, what was that? Okay, 17,000 GOV'T giveaway to improve lifestyle and jumpstart career. And here's the freebie, free.lesko.com/ and it is GOV'Gifts. GOV'Gifts. Well, I was given a speech. Okay, now we're going to hit go live and see if we are able to do it this time. Do it. Well, so far so good. How are you? Handsome, my goodness. I'm an old fart. I don't think at my age I can go for handsome anymore, can I? I'm really shooting for cute. That's about the best I can do. I can't go for handsome, macho, and all that kind of stuff. How you doing, Matthew? Are you very smart, brother? Seriously. Well, I don't feel smart. I flunked English. I flunked out of schools. The high school I flunked out. Yes, you can. Well, that's sweet of you, Luciana. Let me know if I could help. That's what really drives me a lot now. Are there any grants that could buy a home with a credit score? Possibility, actually, because so many things. See, what the government gives you is money programs where when you can't get money elsewhere. That's why everybody thinks that the world revolves around everything. Everybody. Hiya, Andrea Hayward. Great, nice to see you. And it doesn't. That's what programs are for people who can't get money in traditional sense. I mean, banks are there for people who don't need money. They want to sell you money, and they want to give it to people who don't need it so they could pay it back. Then we'll look at what Mark Obispo did in Chicago with Access Living to Metropole. Who's that, Laura? Not sure what that is. Who makes your question mark close? Well, it depends on what. This is just for a T-shirt from a company online that you send them a thing and they do it. The other stuff like this is an old one I have, but now I have a made in Vietnam. I have somebody on Fiverr design the fabric, and it cost me about $20. And then I send it to somewhere that prints fabric, gives me about 4 yards of fabric, and that's like $50-$60 or something. Then I send that to Vietnam, and they make up a suit. And I got my first heart one back. I don't know if you guys seen my first heart suit yet, but I have it now. You're fading in and out. Oh, Senora. Anybody else see me fading in and out? I tried your site you mentioned on one of your YouTube channels, Modest Help. No applications are accepted this time, but thanks. Is there such a grant to get out of bankruptcy? Well, what I would do, anybody at bankruptcy and stuff like that, here are the people you should call. And what you have to do is sit down with experts that don't charge you money. That's the problem with using Google. Google wants to show you people going to charge you money because, see, then they pay Google. So the people who don't charge you money don't pay Google anything. So they're not going to pay Google. So if you click on a website that doesn't pay Google, Google doesn't have much incentive to show you what's going on. I signed for a steady app, driving for favor on the side. Oh, good. Oh, I see. Favor. I didn't know about. Oh, so Andrea, you signed up for the Steady app. Good. Now that's another neat thing I found. I gave a speech at a conference. It was all like financial planners or something. And there was a booth there for this SteadyApp.com, and this is a good way to find out about the gig economy. There's another, I have a report that I'll send you for free too for members that shows you how to take a course, a free course on all the gig economy stuff. But Steady App, if you want to get quick and dirty about getting into it, that's a better way instead of taking the course. But I have them both in the free report. But Steady at Steady, SteadyApp.com. Just starting to build our own trucking company. What agency will help us educate about SBA? The SBA. Now, what you want to do is go to this website, americasSBDC.gov. I forget if it's .org maybe. .org. Someone tell me. Americas.org. Now that's a free service that teaches you about how to start your business, get money. That's where you want to start. And that's a local county. Somebody's getting grants where you live to help you start any kind of business. I mean, it's a wonderful service. I mean, it's not 100% great for everybody in any kind of business, but it helps a whole lot of people. Millions of people get money and help from these people every year, and they do it for free. So that's why they don't come up when you search for that. So make sure you find that. And if you can't find it, then go to your economic development office of your county government, economic development office. Yeah, what is driving for favor? What is favor, Andre? Is that a delivery of food or something, or what is that? Favor. I don't know. I would love to know more. But that's cool. Let me know when you start driving so you can share that experience with people. The Riddler, is that you? Well, no, but you're DiCaprio. I just saw your latest movie. Any funding for older moms going back to university? Yes. And then law school. It's actually free. Don't pay money, mama. Particularly before you go to law school, and then even think hard about that too. But if you're a member of Lesko Help, I have a video about 45 minutes that shows you all the free sources. Okay, if you're not a member, there's so many ways. I don't know how far you are in there going through, but you can get degrees online now. Start at your community college. No matter what you're doing, make sure you take as many things as you can at your community college and stay at the state schools. Don't go to private universities. Don't go to for-profit universities. You're just going to pay a lot of money and that. Now, if you can, mama, go to Europe, because they have many, many courses in every country for free. So you can get a bachelor's and a master's for next to nothing. So it costs you some airfare, but it's not going to cost you 50 grand a year. Like you can't go to, you're going to pay for going to private universities here. Hi, Kevin, you joined us. Good. Oh, food delivery, terrific. What city are you in, Andre? Yeah, my understanding is, I talk to a lot of people who drive. My son drives for it. The longer you do this, the more you find out how the robots work. And that's what it is. It's learning how the robots work. And that's when you make more and more money, the longer you stay at it to figure out the robots. Those that don't make a lot of money are the ones who go in, are going to make a lot of money. They don't in the beginning because you won't. Those that stay then make a lot of money. How do I access websites that don't charge in order to get out of bankruptcy? Okay, here are the people that you want to do. Start with HUD counseling. Go to HUD.gov, HUD.gov, okay? And then when you're there, put counseling. So you want to go to HUD counseling. Jesus Christ is here. Wow, great. Glad you came back. I hear you were here once before. I asked my dad to make it viral. Okay, so you got HUD counseling. Okay, then the other one is Community Action Agency. Community Action Agency. So Google this, find local community action agency. And then you want to find that local office for the community action agency, okay? And they will help you for free. There's usually every place, if you put in 211.org, and then you put in financial problems, and you'll find financial assistance, and you find organizations, nonprofits that help that for free. The bottom line is, can you answer my question? Who wants me to answer? Whoop, it's going by quickly. The bottom line is you only want to go to websites that are .org, O-R-G. Oh, Austin. Oh, great. Yeah, there's probably a lot of hip stuff going on like that in Austin. That's a hip city. .org or .gov. Don't go to any other website and you're trying to help with your bankruptcy or anything like that. That is not that. Now, the other thing you may want to do, depending on your income, is legal services. That's a federal program where it's free. They pay lawyers. The government gets grants to do this for free and help you. So all of those organizations are free. And if you're a member, I have a list of about, it's a video instructions. It shows you how 5 places. I can't off the top of my head remember what those other two are off the top of my head. But remember is that you gotta keep trying. I mean, you don't go to one place and take, what that one place says. You can't do that. You can't even take what I say. That's it. The world is too big for that. And the people get the help or whatever they need, and remember, the people are just dogged. You got to be that dog that bites onto that pants leg, and never lets go. And also the key to all of this is using the phone or personal. You got to get in front of people by phone or by person. So that's why a lot of these things are at the county level. You just walk down to that stuff, And that's why the person, Mama, you going to school, you want to go back and get a degree, show up at your local community college, okay? And by the way, Mama, if you're usually about 55 or so more, usually you could go take classes for free. Now, it depends. Every school is different. There are different requirements and all this kind of stuff. And it depends on, how many years you already have in your degree or towards a degree or whatever. But if you're going to go to law school, that means you need, a bachelor's, and there's ways to do that very inexpensively. Look for University of the People.edu. I think that's what it is. But University of the People, you can do it all online. But to get a degree, you got to pay for the test. So it's like $100 per test. So it may cost you $1,000 or $2,000 a semester or a year. Trying to start a new real estate investing business and need funding to get started. Where do I go? Well, Lori, I I think the problem most of us have that we think we need money to do everything, and you don't. And what will happen is you'll spend a lot of your time trying to find money, and you'll get frustrated because it's very difficult. And I think what you do is you go and start looking for the government programs. Okay, what government programs are there to buy real estate? If you're sitting there thinking you need $100,000, $200,000 to be in a real estate investor, I mean, that can be true, and it is true for a lot of people, but there are other ways to do that. And so if you're starting out with that premise, you'll get trapped in that thing. What you want to do is start learning what's out there. Want to make a clothesline. Oh, so that's rope that you have a clothesline? No, that's a bad joke. I'm sorry. I'll try to cover that in a little bit. But I think a good way to start is go to your county office, because they have the biggest source of grants for housing is through your county community development office. Your county community development office. That's the biggest place for grants for housing. So you want to know what all that is there. Then what you want to do, where you live, there's probably a meetup for real estate. You want to start hanging around people that are already doing this. Don't go and spend $500 or $5,000 or $50,000. Somebody's going to teach you how to be a real estate investor. Trump did that, and he got sued for $25 million for being a scam. So you don't want to do that. You want to go and learn all that stuff for free, and you can by going to real estate meetups. They vary about where you live and everything, but if you go to meetup.com, you'll find that there. What about starting an LLC for veterans? Why do you want to start an LLC? Why don't you just help veterans? See, that's another roadblock I think people put in their way, that before they do anything, they think they have to start an LLC. Why do you think that? Because lawyers and accountants and people selling LLCs say you do, and they scare the pants off you. No, don't. You don't need to be an LLC. You don't need to be incorporated. People will give you reasons why you do, but you don't have a business. You don't have anything. So why bother with that? You got to find out where your customers are and how you're going to get money. That's the only thing you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about what kind of paperwork you have, what kind of any of this stuff. I meant as a veteran. Oh, okay. Sorry. Even still. So you gotta find out your customers. Don't spend a dollar, a nickel, a penny on anything, before you find out who your customers are, and you practiced, and you have data that show that they want they want what you have. That's why a way to do that, one of the new ways is crowdfunding, something like that. So you have a service or a product or whatever, you don't even have to need it. You just put up a crowdfunding. This is it. Now you go try to find customers that will put up money first before you even have it. And if nobody does that, then you probably have a bad idea, because you're going to have to spend a lot of time doing that. That's the most important. The only key to your success is a customer. Everything else is bullshit in starting a business. You can spend hours, years, and millions of dollars doing all that stuff, and you're still nothing until you have a customer. So do that first. Don't waste your time. Figure out a way to do it first. Sure, it's not going to be easy, and it's easier to spend money, but no, it isn't if you don't have it. And then you're going to spend your life trying to find the money to spend it on something and then find a customer. No, flip the thing around. I just did a video of, I didn't put it on YouTube yet, but on Lesko Help, it's there, on how to get a better career without any training, without any money, without any education, without any context or whatever. And this is by starting a blog or a podcast. You can start a blog or a podcast for no money. Okay. Now what you do, like say you want to start that nonprofit organization, and so what you do is, you could volunteer for a nonprofit. You go to 211 and say you want to help veterans or kids or something like that. So you go to 211 and find all your nonprofits in your area that help veterans or I get a LLC for, who cares if you got an LLC for a low price? You still don't have a customer. Why bother? You may not have to be an LLC. And that's not anything to do with you being a successful business. And that's why if you're starting a business, the most important thing is how you spend your time. So if you're spending your time on legal shit and paper, it doesn't matter. That's not critical to your success. What's critical to your success is getting a customer. Start there. I know people will tell you different, and people have done different and everything, but I don't believe that's right. I think it's a waste of time, and you have to figure out. And if you already did it, fine. You put it aside, and now start getting customers. Because we all just feel good if we're doing something. But if it's not the right thing, you have a million things you could do. You could spend 5 years designing your business card or whatever. Now that's wrong. Because but I mean, if you have money, fine. Doesn't matter. You spend money. It's your money. You spend it however you want. Doesn't matter what I say. You don't, then the key to your success is if you stay in business long enough to figure out how to do it. Look at all the idiots who are successful business. Nobody's a mental giant. They just figured it out. So your name of your game is being around long enough and trying that business long enough till you figure it out, because your first idea is probably not wrong. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. So I know I'm only right 10% of the time. How do I get paid to go back to school in New York City? Is that? Well, there's free colleges. So you go for free and you get a part-time job. You drive for Uber or something like this. Or Andre said he drives for Favor. I mean, that's another thing. You make money to live on, as a side gig, and go to college for free. And you can do that in New York. You can make up to $150,000 now, $125,000, go to college for free in New York. The whole state, any state university. I mean, that's right. Well, see, right, exactly. See, that's what's cool. You mentioned blogs and podcasts. Yeah. In other words, now this person was trying to get. I was on a phone call. I do a service like a mentoring, charged by the minute. It's $2. In about 15 minutes, we solve her problem. But she wanted to get into the entertainment business or music business, and she wanted to take a private training course. We're going to charge them $10,000, $20,000 or whatever it is. I said, why do that? Why? Because it's get a job. Okay, I understand. It's a logical way to do it, and that's the way most people do it. But here's what I was trying to convince her into, and I think she saw the light a little bit, is why don't you start a podcast? Because after you get out of this training, whatever it is, you have to go get a job in the industry, right? Nobody guarantees you a job. They just want your money to train you, and then they say you will, and they're really not sure. Okay. Answer my question. What type of advice do you have for starting a clothing line? I want to open up in a store, but no money. Well, if you have no money, you don't open up in a store. Because that's stuff, and that's you could you start you go on Etsy and you put your clothing on Etsy, and that costs 20 cents. So now you have a store for 20 cents. And if you don't know what it is, if you have a clothing line, then what you do is you make one. And you start a crowdfunding campaign after you make one and try to get people to see if there's interest in what you're going to sell. Whatever. You don't need $100,000 to fill your apartment or home or whatever with all this clothes you think you're going to sell when you're not positive you're going to sell it. You have to know that you can sell this stuff. And that's why you make it and then sell it. You sell it, then make it. That's how Sears started. Sears started as a push cart in Chicago. I'll make you suits. I'll make you suits. Give me that. Oh, Poshmark. That's right. Isn't Poshmark? There's a lot of websites. Luciana is telling us about the other websites to sew clothing. Right. Exactly. There's just too many ways to do that. And and it takes research, it takes work. And I don't know really what's right or wrong. But I think if you're starting and don't have a lot of money, then never give anybody money. That's all. So if you start with that, then try anything. Start Shopify, right? That's another place. But you still need customers. And that's why a lot of these things like Shopify, I'm not sure what Poshmark, I thought that was they have traffic, Poshmark, and eBay would have traffic. Shopify, I don't know if they have traffic, but it's very good to taste the water. Very good to taste it. Yes. But you have to get something to show people and see, will you buy this? And that's what you have to spend money on. Like me, in building the last 10 years, I was very successful years ago when people bought reference books. They don't buy that anymore. And for 10 years, I've been trying to figure out what people buy and how they buy it. I'm getting very close. I'm finally, about the last 6 months or so. Facebook ads, right, exactly. But you have to buy Facebook ads. And buying ads is sounds easy, and they'll take your money, sure. But you have to figure out what will sell first. And you don't buy ads to figure out what will sell. You have to do free media, free feedback. And you don't want to spend money. Buying ads is spending money to figure out what will sell. Can't do that. You got to figure out your market and what will sell with just normal social media and how creative you are in getting people to know about this stuff. To get that kind of feedback, whether it's going on the corner, and showing it or whatever, to get that feedback. What is this dictionary? Oh, that's something. I'm sorry. And that's the kind of stuff you need. You need that feedback. You have to get feedback on what you had, and not your friends, not your relatives. They don't buy your stuff. The general public. So where do you go? You go to meetup groups, and say, "Hey, I'm doing this. What do you guys think of this?" I mean, you have to get out there. You do a free video on YouTube and see what people have. You start 15, things on different platforms to do that. Still, with the genius as long a walk through a haunted house in the world, dragons and house horror. What are you talking about? Let's see. Just do it online and have pickup. Right. The marching elite music and arts. Yes, I mean, she wanted a job in the music industry. So I said, okay, here's what to do is you start a blog. It costs nothing. You could have a blog on, if you Google like 10 best websites to have a blog, or if you want a video or audio podcast, 10 best websites to have a podcast. Now, the last time I had an audio podcast was on Dream Pod something. But if you put in the best podcast, I think they're one of the biggest. And then WordPress is one of the biggest. And you could use those for free. If you don't have a following and stuff like that, you could be free. So now you have a podcast or whatever. And it's very easy, click and paste to put it on. And if you can't do that, you can go on Fiverr, Fiverr, get somebody for $20 to put it on for you. Okay. Now you start calling, so you want to be in the music business or whatever, you call all the radio stations, say, hey, I have a podcast. I want to interview somebody who can tell people how to get a job at a radio station. Okay. So you start interviewing people, from radio stations. I mean, sure, every radio station doesn't want to do it. There'll be people, somebody, hey, yeah, we could use it. And I want to help people and whatever. You call 20 of them and you'll get one, maybe two people, they'll do it. And then so you do whether the podcast with them, if you need a way, the platform usually has a way to do that. Sometimes it's just to upload a video, but Zoom, Zoom, is the other way to get to do an audio or video podcast, even with two people. People could do it. You could be on your computer here. I could be on my computer, and it's very easy on Zoom to do it. You end the podcast, end the interview, and then you have the video and you load it up on your podcast site. And that's very easy to do. What do you recommend I get? A sonography or a nursing program, cheap and no waiting lists like California. You want to be a nurse. I am willing to move out of state or even join the Navy since they train even in IT. Now, Nicolette, I'm not sure what you mean here. You want to get into a nursing program, any kind of nursing or sonography, the waiting list to join. I mean, start by contacting your local community college. Go down there and see what they have supplying, because they have grants. If there's a demand for something, they have grants, and they can help you. See what is in demand and what they're training and what they have grants to train for. Okay, and that's what they have there. So that's the best place to start. Now, what other cities to do? Boy, that's a crapshoot. I don't know. I mean, you start looking around. You could look at growth cities. What cities are growing? There's a lot of data about that. Sorry, has a long waiting list for their community college. Oh, I see. Whoa, wow, for anything or just for nursing or what? Boy, that's funny, huh? That's interesting, yeah. Well, I would think you'd have to start looking at places that you think you'd be interested in or live in. And one would be in looking what cities are growing. So get a list of the 10 top growth cities and start with that. And that's easy to get. But make sure you have the dates right. That it's recent, because somebody will have, last 30, 40 years or something. You don't want that. What were the last 2-3 years? So the things will pop up where there's group for allied health. Yeah, see, I mean, that's, look at where I live in Montgomery County, where I don't live there anymore. I'm in Washington, D.C., but in Maryland, I mean, that's a really good state. Virginia now is going to be good, particularly in Northern Virginia, because we have Amazon is moving there, and 25,000 people are going to have jobs, $150,000 or more they're making, and that's all there. So that's important to have. That's an interesting area. Are you in Northern California, Nicolette, or Southern California? That's when there's waiting lists in community college. That's interesting. I guess they're growing that much. That's interesting. Oh, the Bay Area. Oh, yes. I know the community college in San Francisco is all free. Yeah. Well, you know what to do is look. This. By the way, here's the free website for the 25 top places to get money to improve your lifestyle and or your career is free.lesko.com/ what was that? GOV'T, GIFTS. Okay, free.lesko.com/ and the people on Facebook on Lesko Help, the closed group, it's in the title. So just download. I don't ask for an email. I don't ask for anything, phone number, anything. Just a link. You get it. Luciana, and thanks for all the information and support. Thank you. And so, the GovGifts, free.lesko.com/GovGifts, and that's a free report I have there. So take advantage of that. A lot of good stuff, and a lot of my new stuff is in there too. And we go see all the rich people use the hell out of it. That's what really frustrates me. Donald Trump is a gazillionaire because of government programs. Yes, free means gay. Free means gay. Don't know. It's free. I don't know. I guess. I mean, it's like in Mandarin. It's the same word. You spell it the same way, and how you say it, there's 4 different ways. It can mean horse. It can mean mother. It can mean yes. I dream about my life. Oh, good. Well, start using the tools that are out there, and I think Google is great if you know exactly what you need, but you don't, and that's why you have to be very careful using that. Their motivation, and see these big companies are all there, to make money. And unfortunately, I mean, I think markets are really to help people, but most people now that are in commerce are really just trying to help investors. And so by helping investors, they say they help people, but they're really helping investors. That's who pull the strings. So they're always trying to make more money for investors, and can't have a bigger picture in mind because it's the investor. Give me more, give me more, give me more, because they don't give a shit about what you're doing as long as you're making money. And that's why I think that leads to having more people create their own source of income. Because then you could do it your way and help people. And then I think like your love and whatever. I mean, the more you give, the more you come back. It comes back to you. Churches are struggling for money. Yes, everybody. Why are you old? I'm sorry, Jay. Well, why don't you go to another channel? I'm going to be doing this for 20 more years. I'm not forced. I don't have a gun to your head to watch me. What do you think about law of attraction? I guess, I mean, there's certain, and anybody has a theory, sure, that there's parts of it that work. Sometimes parts of it that don't work sometimes. So that's why you have to find out what works for you. And that happens by no books, just reports online. All my stuff is online now. I don't do things. I do reports and services online. Go to the Rest Home Cycle. Well, you're very intelligent. Nice to have you around. And like I say, I'll be doing this for a long time, so I'm sorry you don't have to put up with me. I'm at you. I'd like to start my own lawn care business. Anything that will help me. Yes, all you need, if you have a lawnmower now, just go out and get business. You don't need anything to start a lawn care business. You want to promise people the world and buy $10,000 worth of equipment? Sure, you could do that too. But why? You don't have to do that. You can go and just start with whatever you had. So the key is not spending money, is getting customers. So get customers with whatever the heck you have now, or get customers that already have equipment. You don't have to compete with the biggest guy in town. No, you're going to charge a lot less and you compete with somebody else. Man, Lesko, I'm upset. I got a slumlord and now my family is homeless, I'm disabled, and kids. Okay, well, 211, start there, Chandler, Mr. Chandler, I guess it is, and have people, there's emergency money, Chandler, and that's at so you can call 211, that's a phone number. Sometimes like in New York and a few cities, it's 311, but 211. And then the other thing is you go to your county, whoops, there's a light went out in Georgia. Let me change that battery, hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, county community development office. They're the people that have grant money for people in a situation like you, and also your county community action agency. You gotta know how to use this. Okay, they're the places to start. Okay, 211, your community, your county community development office, and then also your county. Every county has another nonprofit called the Community Action Agency, and their job is to help you too. Go to your local Department of Community housing agency, I guess, and take a woman with you. Jamie needs to be blocked, Matthew. Yeah, I'll find somewhere else. Oops. Let's see. The grass on my lawn is dying. Is there anything I can do to keep it alive? I hate cutting grass, but actually there is. Okay, where do you do that? You call your county cooperative extension service. These are the people that specialize in that, and they have experts that will help you for free. I remember a friend of mine who had moles in his yard and was trying to get rid of that, and told me the secret and how to get rid of moles in the yard. So that's your county government, and you're looking for County Cooperative Extension Service. County government, then County Cooperative Extension Service. What happened to the grant book? The grant books are all online now. I do everything online. So the service now is www.free.lesko.com/Lesko help. And that's to join my closed Facebook group. That's where I give personal service to help people apply for every bloody government program they're eligible for. And this is the only, I feel, I haven't found anything else in America, and I've been studying this stuff for almost 40, 50 years now. That's the only place in America. You can't go to the government to do that. If I don't have equipment to get started, is there any grants that will help me get started? Well, you don't need equipment. You find people that have equipment, and you take what you have and sell that. It's always going to be something bigger, so sell what you have, and that's the way to do it. You could go on these websites. Go to Steady App. SteadyApp.com. I have a report that shows you about all these things, Steady App and the other people, and a free course that the government has put out from San Francisco, who knows this stuff more than anybody else in the country, how to make money that. And you make yourself available on those websites that you use people's equipment to cut their lawn. Okay, that's what you are. You come in, use your equipment. Everybody's got a lawnmower. What? My son wants to learn a trade. Where should he start? I guess it depends on the trade, but if he wants to, I mean, there's programs for young people that age at your Career One Stop. So every county has a Career One Stop, and they have grants and money for people 16 to 24 year age to get trained. And that's, tile setting. That's cool. Well, you know what to do, again, is go volunteer too. Well, you could go to Career One Stop, ask them, hey, can I get trained, to do tile setting? And actually that is, that may even be a program they have, to learn full time and not even, finish high school while he's doing it. And still, those kinds of trades are coming back, and there's money for that. And because, after a bunch of years of training, then you make real good money. Veteran support recommended, USO. Well, I wouldn't. I would go to your county veteran service officer. I've been brushing my hair for 1 hour to get waves. Are there any tips to make it faster? Cut your hair. I don't know anything about that. For being available to us all the time. Well, thank you, Coffee. But yeah, okay, for veterans, the best place to go, and I've seen data, they've done research on this, the County Veteran Service Office. Every county has one. They get twice as much money for veterans than anybody else in America. So that's where to start. There's the County Veteran Service Office, and that's the best place. Thanks for my first order. Please send me a download link for my second order on repairing my client. Yes, I have all that as a member, but reports I'll send out. If you don't want to join, I understand. Again, a good place to start is go to HUD.gov and then put in counseling. And then you'll see when you search the HUD.gov website for counseling, you'll find a page that shows you a map of the United States and where all the free counseling offices are for that. I need a house. I need to house my dog and cats. I need to house my, well, what about you? You, and I guess dogs and cats could come along with you, right? I appreciate any free stuff for artists, yes. And actually, there's an interesting, every city, well, most cities, but every state has grants for artists. And that's available. And then also there's contracts. If you have art that you could buy art, the government buys artwork. And so you can figure out how to get grants, to do artwork for the government. My grandchildren of 4 million have any benefits? Can grandchildren of former, some do, some don't. Well, I would call then your county veteran service office. They would know that too. Can grandchildren, yeah, and see, because they have that, may or may not all the programs, but if you want to find out just ones for grandchildren, there may be some. You never know. Yeah, you have to ask. Don't ask me. You got to ask the people who do this all the time. And that's what I do, is just point you. I don't know the answer to anything, and don't take anybody else's. You want to go to the horse's mouth, to find out. Don't sleep on. Let's see. Put a little water on it. A and B, and wear a wave cap at bedtime. Don't sleep on it. Your scalp needs to breathe while you sleep. Oh, that's the hair thing. I know someone who moved to Kansas City to tee currently a nurse. Good luck. Oh, I see, Kansas City to become a nurse. Oh, that was a good answer. We are the government sites for difficult to know. Well, every site is difficult. The ones that are not difficult are the ones that are trying to get your money. Okay, the ones that give out money, you got to work at it. It's just like that's why I think don't rely on websites. You call the office if you think that this is a place that may have money. You call somebody. Don't try to search the website for 2 hours. Just call somebody. Somebody who works there will be able to help you a lot better. I would like to go and get my GE for free and school as well. My GE, is that GED? Yeah, you should be able to get that. And that is, it depends. But there are a lot of programs. Actually, if you put 211.gov where you live, and find out about that. And then also your county, the Workforce Development Office, it's called, Workforce Development Office. And then also for your state, look under adult education for your state. Go to your library. They do this stuff all the time, okay? So your reference librarian, you're looking for GED help and things like that. Your reference librarian is probably going to be the best shot for this. Do you know how to get a patent for inventions? Yes, the patent office, and that costs a lot of money. Like $10,000. You don't want to do that because you don't know if your stuff is sellable. You could do something for $50 or even cheaper. If you have a patent, an idea for an invention, never go to an invention company. You hear me? Never go to invention company. Go to your small business development center. So AMERICAS, America's SBDC.org, I think. Okay, and you go there and look for your local office. They will help you with the invention for free. If you remember, I have a free video and they explain to you. I go and see and interview these bureaucrats who tell me. I don't trust the website and everything. I interview people to see what really there. Do you know why it takes so long for the government to get back with someone? Sandra says from Michigan. Well, Sandra, it sometimes takes me long to get back to somebody too. That's just a way of life. You're not going to change that. You and I, no matter what we say, doesn't matter. That's there. That's reality. You got to figure out now. You're going to be a pain in the ass to get it, and that's what you have to do. If you want to change the system, you got to get a lot changed and everything. You're not going to live long enough to do that. You have to deal with reality the way it is, even if you like it or not. You want to use it, and that's why you got to make fun out of it. Have fun doing it, and make a game out of it. Otherwise, they're going to wear you down, and you're going to give up and not do anything. I don't think that's a life you want to live. None of us do. And so that's why you got to put it reality and screw it, make a game out of it. And that's why you got to do something that's important to you so you hang in there long enough. Where would I get into fix up the house? Thanks so much, man. Johnny, John, there's dozens of places. I got a free video training program, finds you all the free money available where you live. All that money, most all of it, 80, 90% of it is local. So it's local in your county, your city, your local economic developments, nonprofit organizations, and your state government too. So you could start by calling 211, start by going to your county office of housing, your county office of economic development, your county office of community development. It's those three places there is. And that's why I have a video training that'll show you how to go to each one of these people. There's nonprofit organizations. It takes for the government to beg back to you. So do you know why it takes so? Oh, that's it. Somebody else said that. Well, like I said, that's life everywhere now. Sometimes, see, the other people, the private people, are getting money from you, so they're not going to take long to get you. And the people who give money, they're getting paid the same paycheck whether they get back to you or not. So you have to realize that, and that's why you have to be the effort. You have to be the nice person. Don't count on them being nice, because they're going to get the same money whether they're nice or not. Okay. What is the speed of darkness? And are there programs out there that will help with mortgage and free furniture? Yes. Not everywhere. Matthew, on the HUD site is reduce the area to looking for consult. Matthew, on the HUD site is resource the area to look for consult. No, there'll be a little search on the HUD site, a search thing, or actually even if you put Google HUD counseling, and then make sure you're going to HUD.gov website when Google searches that. Okay, how to get your, what to do to get your membership. Oh, thank you, Dad. Finally, somebody asked me that. It's www.free.lesko.com/Lesko help. Okay, and I answer actually all these personally. I'm giving you personal help to point you to websites. The only thing you'll get from me are websites that give you money. What is your membership? Oh, it's $20. $20 a month, cancel anytime. Yeah. And that's what I want people to know. Now, sometimes because it's Facebook, and I don't understand, because sometimes they'll ask me a question within the third level of a question, and I don't see it. So that's why I tell you, if I don't answer in 48 hours, you have to yell at me, okay? Please yell at me, because I want to answer. I know I can answer a lot of these things very easily and give you a source and save you a lot of time and trouble. But what is included in your membership? Well, what's included in membership is mainly you ask me any question, anytime about where you can get free money and help to do anything you want. Whether it's, getting out of debt, solving a problem, starting a business, going to school, anything. Okay, and I show you. The other thing we have a lot of video training, and special free sources. Like here, I can't answer everybody on YouTube, but I do on the live stream on the service. Okay, and then we also do. I have about 50 reports now that I give out for free to do. So like how to, I just did one today on, how to start any business without, get trained to start your dream job with no money, no training, no nothing. And I explained a little bit of that earlier today. And it's things like that, or the top 25 things to get to start a business. How to use Bitcoin to raise money as a nonprofit. How to make an extra $800 a month in your backyard with a new government program that's out there. So it's stuff like that. And so what I have are reports that I send out. So I do a lot of that. Guys, I had to work hard today. I'm going to have to work hard again tomorrow. It's getting late, so I got to sign off, and so I could live again another day. Okay, Solar Dove. I'm a teacher, and I travel anywhere. Great. Is there a job I can do where I can travel to be my own boss? Yeah, you make it up. You make it up and try to sell it. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, it has to be creative, and it's not going to be instant money, but yes, get in the long haul, okay? Good night, guys. Thank you again for putting up with me. And the answers on Let's Go Help, I'll answer you all in the morning.